Do you guys remember the movie Last Action Hero? It's a great comedy with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And in that story, a kid from the real world discovers a magic ticket and manages to get into the movie. So he's now in a fictional world where he is Arnold Schwarzenegger's sidekick. And in the movie, the criminals always get caught. The police always do their job, there's no politics, it's a clear line, a good guy and a bad guy. And the story of the movie has the bad guy managing to get a hold of the ticket, which allows him to go back into the real world. And in the real world, he finds out that he can shoot someone in the street, and there is no police response. So the bad guy is fascinated by this. Now, when I was watching this from Romania, I was a little bit bewildered. It's like, what do you mean you can shoot someone on the street? Like, if you did that in my country, you'd have 5 police cars surrounding you in less than 5 minutes. Like, what do you mean? Well, it turns out that that was the situation in the United States at the time, and it might be the same situation that's going to develop in the future. Because in order to fix a problem, you must at least understand that there is a problem and then try to come up with solutions. But I don't think we're going to see that as long as Hollywood elites, the people that give wisdom to the masses, are having these type of conversation on the Twitter. So you have this guy saying, our cars got robbed this morning because LA is a crime-riddled third world shithole. In other words, LA is like in the past. Like it used to be when I was watching Live Action Hero. So apparently he says that he's got tremendous appreciation and gratitude to the hardworking officers at the LAPD West, who not only arrested the motherfucker, but they got all of the stolen goods back. And here you have actually, I lived here for 20 years. You're not. Ha ha ha. It's lovely here. Don't leave anything valuable in the car. It's called living in a big city, baby. Don't walk on the streets with a low skirt. It's called living in a big city. Be careful how you dress when you walk outside. Make sure you're not using a low skirt or anything like that. Don't show too much cleavage. It's called living in a big city. So, I mean, like, what can you say when you hear something like that? I've never heard someone say something like this, ever. I mean, in Romania, there was a point where crime was so bad that everyone who lived at the ground floor in any building, they would have bars in front of their windows just so people can't break in. But at least people understood that there's a problem. Like, we don't have anyone that goes, actually. No, there was a time when things were bad, but we managed to have policies, and we fixed it. And we only fixed it because everyone agreed that there's a problem. Now, what's funny is that the guy is saying, look, I understand I'm being thought police. I'm not allowed to express that maybe the mayor should do something about the crime. Maybe the politicians should fix this. So I'm not allowed to say that. But can I at least have my emotions? Can I at least be angry about what's happening? Because I feel violated. And honestly, you would feel violated. If someone breaks into your car, you wouldn't feel safe when you're in your car, right? Because if they have the audacity to do that, why can't they do it into your house? So we have a response. It's like, you can be mad, but I guess I don't personally view my car as an extension of myself. And I've never really felt violated any of the 15th or so times my car was broken into. Once a guy accidentally left a cool knife in my car, so it keeps happening. You might get a little treat. Brah. No, see, like, brah. Like, what can you say? What can you say? And this person is the elite. He's got more money, more power, more influence than you. And he is telling you that this is the correct way of thinking. I mean, if you have a lot of money, I suppose, yeah, you don't give a shit if people break into your car 15 times. But if you're poor, it's probably a big issue if a person breaks into your car even once. I mean, it's horrible. It is something that would make you feel violated, wouldn't it? And it's not normal. It's not normal. That's the problem. Look, I'm telling you from Romania, it's not normal. It's not okay. You can have a society where this doesn't happen. It doesn't have to be this way. This is not living in a big city. Go live in Tokyo and you're going to see they don't have that shit. It's not normal. It's not normal. Honestly, the word normal needs to make a comeback. It really has to. Like, people need to start using it. And when they ask what is normal, you should be able to say, I can tell you what is not. Having your car broken into 15 times is not normal. So this bewilders Cassie as well, and he's like, I didn't get any treats. I can't even believe that this is the conversation, right? So because the mugger manages to leave his knife into the car, it's like, oh, I'm so happy. At least I got a cool knife. He just took the decorations for my daughter's 7th birthday party and left bloody handprints. Serious question. How did you get your car broken into 15 times? Can you imagine that? You know, like you buy your daughter a present, and when you go to the car to pick it up, you find bloody prints in there, and like, Jesus. I lived in West Hollywood for 20 years and parked on the street. And it sucks your shit was stolen, but LA is not some shithole city. As far as big cities goes, it has a lot going for it. Yeah, if you're rich, if you can afford to pay for your car getting broken 15 times into, yeah, then maybe you can deal with that. If you're poor, you can't afford having your car broken into even once. And then you get articles saying, oh, the reason in this side of the town the prices are more expensive is because of racism. It's not because of racism, it's because of people like this that make excuses for criminals. Because let's be honest, it's not the overwhelming amount of people that do crime. It's a small minority of people that do crime, and they can be taken care of, as history has shown. You can make a city more safer than it used to be last year. And that should be the purpose of every single mayor. Because it's the law-abiding citizens that are suffering. When businesses raise prices in order to do business in a place that's crime-infested, it's the law-abiding people that suffer. When businesses move out and the law-abiding people can't find a job in their local area, it's the fault of the criminals. But no one wants to talk about that. And you know, like, it used to be that progressives and left-leaning people and Hollywood experts, they were initially not sympathetic towards the criminal, but they were like more understanding. Like, oh, let's apply every single shade of gray under the sun to justify for criminal behavior. Maybe he had a bad upbringing. Maybe society has failed him and now he became addicted to alcohol and drugs. Like literally every single excuse without knowing the actual case, without even knowing the guy. They would even start with their apologia on why someone commits a crime. And they would literally not even care about the victim suffering. Now it is dialed to 11 where the criminal is the good guy. The criminal is the person that's in the right and he is justified for doing it. And the victim is shown contempt. Like the victim is not even treated like another human being that we should understand that they're going through a problem that we wouldn't want to have ourselves. But I guess like it's a next level now. It's a next level thing where the Hollywood employee gets to say that it's actually good to be a victim. You know, like he's a victim, he doesn't care, so you shouldn't either. I'm really curious like where the conversation is going to end up 5 years from now. Because it's getting to bizarro world. And I'm telling you this from Romania, and I'll repeat it, it's not normal, okay? You can live in a big city without having your car breaking into 13 times. It's not normal at all, and it's not acceptable. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.